Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the ancestors past, present and future and welcome to you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies. Oh boy, what a crazy weekend. First of all, that car ride, it's at 4 times speed. It takes about 12-15 minutes to get across that really hilly part in the Rimatakas. So when my daughter came over, she videoed it at 4 times speed. So rest assured, I do not drive that fast over that hill. Oh, it's a very take it easy hill to go over because you're never quite sure what you're going to meet coming around a corner. Big logging trucks, big transport courier trucks, etc. So yeah, just a little bit of fun. Now I put those videos up because it was a bit of a weekend. My mum on Friday had to go in for an emergency dental extraction after cracking a tooth into 3 parts. Fortunately, the guy on the emergency dental roster for Friday was an absolute specialist in his field. Did an amazing job considering she's under AML palliative care, which basically means, not much clotting and pretty much no immune system either. Did an amazing job. But woke up the next morning, Saturday morning, with face right out. I don't think she appreciated me saying that she looked a bit like an elephant walrus. So yesterday was spent in hospital getting her admitted and getting treatment, and she stayed in hospital overnight. Hopefully coming out today after getting IV antibiotics and painkillers, etc. And that was probably her binging to say, tell me whether she'll need picking up later this morning or not. So, yeah. Yes, a little bit of a roller coaster at the moment. Hubby back in Australia is saying, are you coming home for New Year's? Oh, I don't think so. But him and I will have plenty of Christmases and New Year's going forward. And the photos I post in my post section of the furs are what my daughter sends me. She's back in Australia at the moment, back there now. She sends me proof of life every day. So those photos over there are what she sends me. Absolutely miss the furs, but again, they're in really good hands. Okay, what do I want to have a look at today? Well, first of all, I'm actually just going to introduce you to a book that I'm reading at the moment. It was on my mum's bookshelf. She recommended reading, and when mine is sitting in a hospital room under the window overlooking the garden, sometimes one needs a good book. So reading this at the moment, Being Mortal, absolutely fabulous book, and it's very much about even though the medical advances have pushed the boundaries of the survival of humanity, give it 150 years ago and you were lucky to make it over 30 or 40. Now the average age span is up around the 80. And it discusses about the actual mortality, because we're so used to having our ailments treated and cured as we go through life being very short as it is. When we get to the stage where the ailments can either no longer be treated or there is such a combination of such, we are reaching the end of our lives. About the shift in acceptance of that over the last couple of 100 years, and how we really do need to shift back again to acceptance. So really interesting book. Quite a confronting question was asked yesterday in the hospital. She does have a do not resuscitate, but they did ask if she wanted ICU care if anything ever got to that stage. And of course the answer was no, because what are they going to do? Put her on artificial um, machines to keep her alive for no purpose whatsoever. But that was a little bit confronting. So some interesting discussions being had, conversations being had, which I think need to happen around the world and in all communities. Okay, entertainment only, getting into the reading. So, yes, heavy stuff going on in this neck of the world. But as you can see, a beautiful day outside. I'll be getting out, getting some sun. The washing's hung up, the coffee's made, and we'll get the day started. So, what do I want to have a look at first? Oh my goodness, there's so much to have a look at. Um, what I might start with, and I'm going to use, I don't have a lot of decks here. Usually I'd use one of my really dark decks, but I don't have them. So I'm going to use my Smith-Waite Tarot deck. The news that has come out, the story that has come out, that was not necessarily hidden, but really wasn't in public view, about the infanticide in Lake Michigan. Yeah, and as I split the deck to start shuffling, we've got this one was in the middle and this one was at the base. Some sort of agreement that was made that is turning into a nightmare. So those that have been with me forever will know that I read, oh gosh, years ago, that there would be something in regards to an impregnation that would come back and haunt the orange twerp. I thought it was someone coming back and saying, hey, I'm your kid, here's the DNA to prove it. But it may in fact be this infanticide that uh, um, is now in the news. So Google it if you want to know the details. I've got a couple of notes here, but only very brief notes on it, which is what I usually do so that I'm not getting tied up in the detail, and I just can let my guides go absolutely free for it. And as I'm poker shuffling, we've got these two cards, the Judgment card and the Collective Awakening coming forward, and the Magician. Manifestation, manipulation, or just something really profound being pulled out of the hat. Now, apparently, the Orange Twerp had a floating casino. I haven't checked this, on Lake Michigan from 1996 to 2021. Or it had Trump branding on it anyhow. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is this true? Is this true? Oh, and the Turning Point conference with EK used the word grift and went, oh, I meant gift. Yeah, it's all about a grift. All about a grift, being the star and stealing the truth and stealing. Those two cards flew out when I was talking about EK at the Turning Point. Absolutely, it's all about the grift. Goodness me. Don't know that it's going to work though. There might be some legal action that comes out in regards to and losing all her money. What's it been? 4 months? Spangly pants and caterpillars on the face and pyrotechnics and oh goodness me. Anyhow, I want to have a look to see in regards to. So we've got a report about a declaration statement that's come out. Now, as I was watching Susan Lynn's live yesterday, a couple of hours, gee, that went quick, and she mentioned that there's a certain element in the US that basically doesn't see girls, underage children, abuse of underage female children as actual abuse. There are certain states in the US that if you have the permission of the parents of uh, the child can be married off at some hideous young age. Susan mentioned 12. I thought it was 15, but regardless, either of those ages is absolutely hideous. And then there's reporting coming out today saying that if there was an exchange of money with the child, then it's not considered abuse or trafficking. Far out, man. Yes, it is. Just yeah. Oh, it's just it's just trying to excuse abhorrent behaviour. and it just vile, abhorrent behaviour that they're just trying to make excuses for. That, oh, it's not really. Oh, anyhow, and I do apologise if this is triggering. Um, we've got the Fool and we've got the Chariot here. The US at the moment is pretty much cast adrift in uncharted waters in so many ways, not just the Constitution, but the morality and the culture of the United States. Now, I know you guys, you're like me, you're already on the other side. We're just waiting for everybody else to catch up, which is incredibly frustrating. So it's very important that you take self-care, but also that we hold the line. Don't wear yourself out trying to pound your head against the wall. It's going to make no difference, but we do need to hold the line, stay out of the way of the MAGAs that are going to wake up. But we're in uncharted territory, and we've got the Chariot here. Things are moving. They are moving forward, but very slowly. But I want to have a look. Tell me about this story that has come out about the infant, the baby. Tell me about that was apparently tossed into the lake to, oh gee, I just got prickles all through my scalp, tossed into the lake to dispose of it. I mean, there's just no other way to. I apologize if I'm using vague language. It's in regards to the senses. Show me. Apparently, the orange twerp was there, according to the witnesses. What do we need to know? I'm just being told to just be careful with, first of all, AI channels. Just report them as false and scams and all the rest of it. They're pretty obvious. George Conway does not have a channel at all. Won't be surprised. There's other channels that what's the word? Claim to. Let me say claim to. They're giving me that word, but you know the one I mean. There are other channels to be claiming to be Obama or Harris or Biden or other major players with breaking news, etc. Not necessarily true. Make sure you double check with a reliable source like AP News or BBC News or something like that as to some of the stories they're carrying and report them if they are AI, because they're there as being used as propaganda machines. Basically, what's happening is they'll try and garner trust, and then they will turn. So just be aware of these particular channels. Where was I going with that? Oh, the DOJ EPS files. Just be aware there will be fake, false, false statements. They will seed in, is what I'm getting. They will allegedly, entertainment only. They will seed in false information. So just be aware of that. Okay, this floating casino and the infanticide. So this card's flung itself out, the Justice card. Oh, I wish justice would hurry up. But what we're talking about here is actions resulting in consequences, accountability. Might be some legal looking into this, some legalities. It was one of those investigations that I suspect was probably promptly shut down by certain individuals, but actions will have consequences here. And the card on the bottom is the Hermit card, shining a light on the investigation. Can also mean isolation, and it can also mean introspection. Well, we know the orange twerp never introspects. So I'm going to read this as shining a light on the path forward in regards to this story, and both of them being major arcana are telling me yes, it is true. And we then also had the Judgment and the Chariot. So major arcana for me are yes cards when I'm asking a question. Christmas, wasn't the Christmas messages interesting? You've got beautiful Obama message, beautiful Biden message, and then the orange twerp coming out with him and Melania scowling and not even looking at each other, even though their chairs were facing forward, talking about Happy Christmas except to the scum. Oh, goodness me, what a horrible person he is. And oh gosh, challenged by the devil card. Justice challenged by the devil. I threats, unalivings, payoffs. Yeah, not even that, just threats. So the justice bringing the actions having consequences and bringing this to justice is being threatened by the devil energy itself, the evil. Again, a yes card, as much as I don't like this card. Okay, at the foundation, the energy it's stewing in at the moment is confusion and smoke and mirrors and poor choices that were made, but choices that were made about wealth and power and greed and vanity. The divine choice was not, the right choice was not made. Oh, sorry about having a cough here. In the past, anxiety about sleepless nights, being haunted. We know the orange twerp is being haunted by Ivana. He does not like staying at the White House, because past presidents are haunting him there as well. But it doesn't matter where he goes; he takes his nightmares with him. That's why he's up at night sticking out 200 random crazy posts. Yeah, just it's haunting him. Multiples haunting him. Okay, crowning this reading, we've got the Queen of Wands. Information being brought forward by a woman. Who is it? I'm going to say who is at peace with herself. That's interesting. That's what my guys just said. Brought forward by a woman who is at peace with herself, having dealt with they're just saying the demons of the past, and they're ready to tell. Okay, let's see where this goes. Hopes and fears. Sorry, put my brain in the right place. The immediate future. The Eight of Pentacles. Money trails. I'm just going to say money trails. There was a payment here. Some sort of payment for what happened. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know if the mother of the child is still alive, but there's the money trail. The money trail leading back to the wannabe emperor externally. The my way or the highway. Just expect what did we have? Bombing of Nigeria under the guise of supposedly protecting the Christian faction in Nigeria, and the Christian faction is saying, "Oh, what? We're not under attack." Just we know it's about raw earth minerals. Even the claim of oil is a guise. They're after the raw earth because the humanity is moving away from oil, but the cronies need the raw earth. And it's about carving up the world, not into countries, but into monopolies. Okay, so externally, money trail leading back to the emperor. Internally, new journey, foolishness. The warning was there all along. hopes and fears, some sort of big announcement from the White House that is not going to hold water. People are walking away in the background. The outcome, dark money behind the scenes. Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, the survivors, and then a very unsatisfactory outcome, the Two of Wands, Two of Swords. Potential legal action to be taken. Very unsatisfactory outcome. I'm going to say yes, the story is true, but we're not there. We're not there yet. Investigation, trying to spin it. A death, cover up. There was deals done. However, somebody's going to come forward and release the information with that Page of Wands that is going to bring a downfall. If I keep going on the bottom, we've got the Page of Pentacles, information about the money, about children in the past that is legally going to be restrictive. And then we've got the Flee card, but attempted flee card. Could also be taking a boat out onto Lake Michigan. But this is now come back to haunt them. We've got the Moon card, we've got the Sun card. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's pretty much telling the story underneath. So, yeah, secrets coming out and everything being exposed. So, I'm just going to say my guides and the cards are telling me, yes, it's true. Allegedly. They'd been telling me for a long time now that there is something to do with a impregnation that will come back and haunt him, and I think this is it. Well, this is and there's a money trail there. As I put the cards back randomly in poker shuffle, there's a money trail that will expose this evil. Ugh, 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 ugh. Okay. You just have to go, what is it? Which one is it that's going to take him out? Because there's just so many options. Yeah, there is going to be someone come forward with information about this that is going to reveal the dark secrets. The Moon card. I just don't know how it's going to happen. And I want it to be like 2, 3, 6, 10 years ago. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Love to you all. I'll catch you shortly. Just know that it's unraveling at a huge rate of knots, but it does also mean that this is when the rats are most desperate. Okay, catch you shortly. Love to you all. Bye-bye.